So this is a run we've been eyeballing for a while. Crackington Haven, which is in North Cornwall, um, down to Widmouth Bay, Widdy, so cracky2widdy. It's about 8 k's. It's pretty exposed and semi technical to get out at Crackington. And then it's a high cliff the whole way, so there's not really any exits other than at Millock. So it's pretty committed, and it will be a real hassle to get out early. We sometimes get in at Millock, but yeah, this is a run we've been looking at for a while. Getting around the headland is a bit of a challenge, and then there's lots of reverb, so you kind of need to get a little bit offshore. I had wanted to do this with a wing just to uh, see what the deal was. It's kind of 18 knot peaks, building a little bit, but probably a little bit light. I was hoping that the wind was going to fill in a bit more. We ended up only getting probably 15 knots, so it was probably pretty well underpowered, but there wasn't too much groundswell. 4 foot at 9 seconds and fading, so it's unusual for there to be not that much groundswell here. So heading off 2.5 meter wing with the paddle attached, and out through a little beach break into the wind line. Wind's going kind of left to right here, so you need to get around the headland. Paddling out, easy enough, but realizing that probably the wing was too small and should have come back in and changed it, but got going, beating out through the bay, which was fine. Bit technical with the 1201. This was heading out now on the other tack, trying to head out to sea, but feeling a little bit kind of not super comfortable with the setup, and thinking that the wing probably is just going to be more of a hassle than it's worth, but just persisted and kind of kept at it. This is probably 3 or 4 k's in, struggling to get going again. The wing now just kind of not enough power and just tired, so I deflated it, wrapped it up, chucked it in the dry bag, um, and then tried a few paddle ups. At first I was kind of struggling to get going because it's pretty confused sea state and kind of getting going on the smaller bumps, but then they would disappear into the bigger ones and didn't really have the timing right for the bigger bumps. Eventually what I realized is that I had better luck just going on some of the bigger ones, which is unusual. Usually I just ignore the big ones because they're too fast, but I had the big downwind board and I could just get the board up to speed, get it moving, and just hit these big bumps, and that was nice because then you went for rocketing off with a lot of speed. This is an opposite of that. This is trying to get going on the small bumps, which is just not happening. So I don't think I got a good video of getting up on the big bumps. But this is probably after an hour, pretty tired, but glad to have made it to Widdy. There was probably more reverb than I'd hoped for, but then there was also some really good sections in the middle, so I think it's viable in these conditions to do it just downwind send, without the wing, or wing way offshore so that you have a better angle and then maybe go straight to Bude. But yeah, it was good. I was glad not to have any hassles with Coast Guard or lifeboats or anything. Saw a few helicopters, but they were related to a wedding, so that was a relief that they weren't sent out to come rescue me. I think this is probably the last one before the camera angle changes. Still hassling away, trying to get going on these small bumps, just getting tired. And then this is coming in at the beach, picking the way through the shore break, so keen to do it again.